Hey everybody, this is Gary with the Trusted Handyman YouTube channel, and I wanted to do a little Workbench Wednesday session. Really just not doing any kind of break fix. Really just wanted to explain to you what a cartridge is in a faucet. Specifically in this example, it's going to be a bathroom faucet, and I want to tell you what seats and springs do in the bathroom faucet as well. So I'm going to flip the camera around so I can show you a real faucet and kind of just tell you a little bit about what role the cartridge plays in the faucet, what role the springs and seats play in the faucet to allow you to have water and for the water to be shut off. So just a quick video. We're not going to do any kind of break fix. Just something to familiarize you with the pieces and parts if you want to try and do these repairs at home. You're certainly capable of doing that. So I'm going to flip the camera around, tell you how to do that. First, I want to give you a disclaimer. I am not a licensed plumber, but I do play one Monday through Friday. So hang on. All right, so here we go. So here is a cartridge, okay? Here is a seat and there's a spring. So the cartridge sits in here just like this. This is a cartridge. And your handle sits on top of the cartridge just like that. It allows you to turn it, turn the water on, that way to turn the water off, okay? So this is really stationary in here with this lock nut. It holds all that in. So when you turn it, it turns and it opens the water up. So basically what you have is the cartridge sits here, the seat and the spring sits underneath the cartridge. See this flat piece here? I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, but you can see there's a round circle there, kind of an imprint, where this cartridge has been sitting on that seat for a long time, okay? So it sits like that. When you turn the handle on, it turns that hole over this hole in the seat, okay? See that? And that allows you to get water. When you turn it back on here, it closes that hole up and the water turns off, all right? So basically that's really all there is to it when it comes to a faucet. Like this is a bathroom faucet, a two-handle bathroom faucet, hot, cold type faucet, okay? So you got a locking nut right here. I'll show you this real quick where the seats and the springs are located in here. So you take this off, okay? And make sure if you're doing this at home, you need to make sure you've got the water turned off, either under the sink or outside or whatever it is. Just make sure you've got the water turned off, okay? Before taking this nut off. You can take the handle off with the water still on, but do not remove this nut with the water on because the pressure of the water will blow this cartridge out and you'll have a problem, okay? So the cartridge is sitting right here. You just pull that up. It takes a little bit of pressure, okay? So I'm going to sit that to the side. I'm going to pick up the camera and show you where the washers and seats are at. Or it is right there. That's the seat and the springs. See it in there? And they make a little tool. The tool is right here. Sorry for all the camera movement. But you take that tool and you stick in there and you pull that out. Just like that. Okay? So that's the seat and the washer that came out just like that. Okay? You can take the tool, put it back in there the same way you took it out. Just kind of take your finger and kind of press it back down in there, and boom, it's in there. Okay, so really that's really all there is to it when it comes to repairing a faucet. Then you put the cartridge back down in there. It's got these little notches on it. See the little notches? The faucet base is notched also. So you put that back on there, put locking nut back on there like so. And put your handle back on. They're different, a lot of different style handles. This handle actually screws down on there. Is what it does. So I'm not going to show you that today. But anyway, you put the handle back on there. So to kind of do a little bit of troubleshooting, okay, if water is coming out of here, whenever you turn the handle on, if you see water coming out of here at the base of the handle, 9 times out of 10, the cartridge is bad, okay? Not saying that's always the case, but the majority of the time, the cartridge is bad, okay? If the faucet is dripping, just a drip, you know, just a slow drip. We've all seen that before from a faucet. Then most likely it's the seat. That's the seat, the rubber piece, and the springs. You can replace that, and that'll typically fix a dripping faucet, okay? You just have to figure out if it's the hot or the cold side. So that's the basic premise of how a faucet works, okay? A good rule of thumb is to replace the cartridge and the seats and the springs as a kit. Just do it all at one time, okay? The issue with that sometimes is it's hard to find a cartridge for a faucet. It's a lot easier to find a set of seats and springs to go in a faucet, okay? So that's kind of why sometimes people don't change them as a set. They don't change the cartridge, the seats, and the springs as a set because they can't always find the cartridge. But just keep that in mind. Like I said, if it's leaking around the base of the handle, majority of the times it's the cartridge. If it's dripping, majority of the time it's the seat and the springs. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of tell you that, just to show you that. It's really a simple repair. You turn the water off, you remove your handle, depending on, there's different handles. Most of them have a set screw on the side of it that you take out, take the handle off, and you're at the cartridge. Most cartridges have this retaining nut on them to hold this down so that it pushes against the seat to get a watertight seal. So that's all I've got for today. I just wanted to do a quick video just to kind of get you familiar with the pieces and parts. I'm sorry I haven't posted a video in a long time. I'm going to get better at posting videos on a more regular basis, so you guys can see how to do some repairs yourself and kind of see what's out there, the different faucets, just different things. That's what my whole channel is about. That's my goal, is trying to educate people on how to make repairs themselves. I haven't released a lot of videos, but I'm at a place now where I think I can start doing more videos, at least one a month. So anyway, that's all I've got today for Workbench Wednesday. and I'll get some more videos out to you. I hope everybody has a great day, and please like and subscribe and tell your friends all about my channel. Thanks.